Hello everyone. Thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. I am Vishal Saraswat and I am hosting the session for today's. And we will wait for next 2 or 3 minutes so that everybody can join us and then we can start proceeding.
So, should we start now?
Yeah, Yaqub. I think we can start. Sagar, can you hear?
Yep, I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear. Yep,
All right.
let's get started.
So, all right. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. I am Vishal Saraswat and I am closely associated with New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group. Today we are back with another Impact Salesforce Saturday session. This time we have our awesome guest speaker, Mohammad Yaqub. He is an Einstein champion. He is also a 3x Salesforce certified, also Google certified ACE, and he is working as a solution engineer at MTX Group. So, Yaqub, would you like to add something more into it?
Yeah. Other than that, I love to write and I love to eat a lot. So yep, that's one good other quality other than the work stuff about me.
Okay, all right. So, moving to the next slide. Just a minute. Uh, Before moving further, we urge everyone to share your love for the New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group initiatives on social media channels with the following hashtags, and we will share all of the hashtags in the chat window in next couple of minutes. Although we are a New Delhi Salesforce Developer Group, we are running various initiatives and we came into existence in February 2016. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and also on Telegram channel as well. This is the hashtag for Impact Salesforce Saturday, and you can find the bit.ly link of Trailblazer community groups, that is bit.ly / New Delhi community. And we have also the website for our New Delhi Salesforce developer group, that is newdelhisfdcduck.com. Uh, we are doing the several initiatives in which we have Impact Salesforce Saturday, which is a series of online Salesforce Saturday sessions where we run knowledge sharing sessions. Previously, it was known as Virtual Salesforce Saturday, but 2 years ago it was rebranded to Impact Salesforce Saturday. You can find all of our past sessions we have organized here in the link which we have provided in the slide, and also you can find all of our upcoming sessions which we have planned in the upcoming future. You can find all of the sessions in the uh, link which we have in the given in the slide. The other initiatives which we are talking about is Talent Central, which we have launched recently. This is a kind of job portal like Naukri.com, Monster.com, or we can say Indeed.com. The vision of this platform is to connect freshers who is looking to get job in Salesforce ecosystem to HR, or we can say it is not a kind of internship. It is for a developer role who is looking to get job as a Salesforce developer who is but he is a fresher. So if you are a fresher, we would like to request you to register yourself to the amazing portal, as currently we have more than dozens of HR looking at your profile, and we have around 600 plus students already registered on that platform. So here is the link for the Talent Central platform is talentcentralglobal.com. The other initiatives which we are running is the Mentorship Central. If you are looking for a mentor, that is if you are a newcomer and you need any kind of support to grow yourself and to move forward in the Salesforce ecosystem, so you can sign up as a mentee. And if you are looking to guide someone so that he or she can grow with you as well, so you can sign up as a mentor. So here is the bit.ly link of mentorship center. So that is bit.ly /asset mentorship center. So we urge everyone to connect with us on that mentorship center platform as well, so that mentor and mentee can grow as well. So over to you, Yaqub. Now stage is yours.
Thank you so much for that result. So let me share my screen, and I hope everybody able to see me. Meanwhile, let me share my screen as well, so we feel a bit more connected there. Just please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, Yaqub, we can see it.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you all for joining today. Like, I know it's Saturday and all of you had your plans, but you decided to join here. So I hopefully will able to share some knowledge which I have gathered on this particular topic. The topic is nothing but elevate your CRM with sales, Einstein for sales. So what it does is that, sorry over there. Yeah. So I will be talking about how how Einstein will help your business to grow, how you can easily convert your leads, how these leads make sense to your business model, or how these leads are performing in your system. So as you might already have my introduction, so I'm gonna skip this slide and directly jump to the today's objective. Today's objective is that I'll go over with sales cloud Einstein overview. Then I'll tell whether your org is there's a readiness for your org or is not. Then we'll talk about rollout strategy. Then we'll be talking about, let's say you have enabled all these features I'm going to talk about, then what you are expected of that. Then I'll be sharing some resources in my slides. Then we can talk about Q&A. Perfect. So with that, let's say how these things came in the picture. For example, I'll tell a lot of the customers which are already on the Salesforce platform, they are using the standard leads and opportunity object to make their business grow. They've been doing for this past 10 to 12 years, and they have a great amount of data. And as you know, in all AI system, data is the key. Stating that, what was happening is that most of the time the sales reps which are working on these leads are mostly spending their time on gathering all this segregated data which is present everywhere. So that creates a problem, is that instead of working on the actual deals, the sales reps are working on gathering data and less time on the actual clients, which may bring the money to that particular organization. So to fill that gap, what we can do is that we get the Salesforce platform. On that, we add our AI engines, and we have this customer data already present. And what we're gonna get is the world's smartest CRM. How I'm gonna say it's world's smartest CRM, I'm gonna show you when I'll be coming to the actual demo. But meanwhile, before that, I wanted to you go through a brief thing about what is machine learning. So as you may read, machine learning is something which we are use past data to predict the future. The best example is I can give you is that, like, you have to teach a small child difference between cat and dog, and how can you train that particular child to understand a difference between that. So what you can do is that you can show various images of different kinds of cats and dogs to that particular child, help them understand various features, like the cats has whiskers, the eyes are like that, dogs are come in this sizes, cat size are very small in. So like that's all the features you find out. Based on that feature, when in the future if you show that child a different image, he may able to understand whether it's a cat or dog. Let's say you by the magic of science you make a hybrid between cat and dog, but there might be a chance like 80% of those features coming from cat is showing in that particular animal. In the same fashion, you will be able to identify with the help of the previous data you already have. So yeah, that's a bit of AI mumbo jumbo, but I'm going to talk a bit more on this because this is how the baseline of everything which I'm going to show you is based on this only. So what really happening, as I said earlier, as you see, all of data we have is totally segregated. Like emails might be dumped in some of the old Outlook calendar. Your contact is might be saved on your phone rather than your connected devices. All your new leads may be on written on the paper or somewhere else, and you have this various meeting information in your ledger and somewhere else. Like this whole data is very congested and very segregated. As I said, this create a gap because all the sales reps who are really working hard on these leads, they are getting this issue whether they will be need to find like, oh, I had sent that particular guy this message at that time. Now how would I use that particular email to get me excited for the new lead? Like this, it's all segregated. Now with the help of AI driven automation, what we able to do is that we able to set a pipeline and trend. What it means that we may able to get these various dots, connect them, and it will help us to create a projection. Let's say with the help of that email and that business news, I can say that stock price of this particular client gonna increase. Maybe that comes as a path. And because of that, I can predict that if I invest in that particular lead, it gonna convert to an opportunity and it gonna bring business to me. That would be the one case. Second, lead with highest potential. As I said, for this path, you can identify which leads are there, which are going to give you profit and which are not going to give you profit based on the score. We will be talking about lead scoring today. Same way we can understand, like if I lead is already converted, let's say I have all the customer, but if customer is happy or not, what's customer like if he's not looking at somewhere else, that might be also be you able to see here. Then you may able to forecast these productions as well. Let's say you have a sales target of 1 million, 2 billion based on your current pipeline, and if you want to see like with the current working condition of your company, are you able to achieve your targets or not? So all this can be easily incorporated with the help of Salesforce Einstein. Now, as all we know, what Einstein taught us is that there's a small definition of a genius is that when you take out a complex problem and you make it as simple, that way you'd be able to get through a lot of people at easy pace. In that sense, what it happens is that you solve the problem and everybody is able to use it. Let's say if I'm using a mobile phone right now, I don't need to understand the complexity that behind goes with the conductor, processor, and everything. I just consume this particular device with me, right? In similar fashion, you have that complex thing, but you made it very simple that it is available for everyone, and you don't have to really know the back end of that. Stating that there's a one big problem with the classical approach in AI, with the customer who's always data driven, is that in classical approach, um, sorry about that. Yeah, in classical approach, what happens that you actually have to hire a data scientist. What that data scientist does is that it will first take out all of your CRM data to their machine where they will be training those models. They will be clearing that data. They will be selecting the features. Now the feature selection comes very important in the role of training any AI model. How is that? Let's say you want to the accuracy of predicting the correct sales target by 95 to 97 percentage. Now you have a various columns that make sure like these, if I call out these particular fields, like these informations which are going into my model, is that making my model sufficient enough or not? But sometimes what happens that we feed a lot of additional data that may or may not be increasing the performance of our production. That's a thing called overfitting. And whenever overfitting hits, it's not going to give you any negative results. It's always going to show the positive result, which is not something we needed when we are working on the sales. So yeah, after that, what they will do is that they will select a specific model based on your needs. Generally, these models are like k nearest neighbor or decision tree, or maybe the way of your output wanted. Like if you wanted to know like whether this particular person will take my business or not. So that's generally yes and no kind of thing. Now, based on that, they will do this cross validation thing. Whether what they will do, they will take the existing data and they will divide into chunks. And what they will do, let's say you have 100 amount of data and they will divide in, let's say 20 sections. So the first 4 they will use for the training and the next 20 they will be using for testing. Now like this, they will be circulating these chunks every time. That way they would be able to get you a perfect score, right? Now, let's say all this has been done, all the hustle has completed. Now you are good with your data and everything in system right now. But what will happen is that that machine is not connected with your CRM, right? What gap it will bring is that now you have data scientists are good with the data. They can create your model. They can make your awesome models for your system, but they are not that developer who need to interface that data with your system. Now you have to bring an additional developer in that, and that developer will be fetching that data based back to your system. So additionally, you will be requiring at least 2 to 3 roles to make sure that whatever model you have selected, you are able to get through in the system, right? Now, as you know, it seems very high tech and it's very mind bending, but thing is that if I tell you, it can be become very easy with the help of Einstein. How Einstein does is that it use auto ML features, which does nothing but it will prep the data on its own. It will build model automatically and it will set production in context. So what it does that whatever hustle you are saying here right now, and even the bringing that particular thing to your platform, with just help of Einstein auto ML, you'd be able to get into your system. That way, what we can say is that you really don't have to invest a lot of money on, sorry, a lot of money on the data scientists so that they would be running all these steps. You don't have to spend extra money on the developer if your business is small or something like that. What I'm going to showcase is very dead simple. You just few clicks and you'd be good to go. So just like that, yeah, I just said, now you're asking me, Yaqub, I have set up everything. Now what should I expect from when I enable this Einstein? How it should enable, or how should it gonna profit my particular business? So how is it gonna do is that it would gonna give you a score of your leads, and based on that leads, what it really does is that it will give a personal data scientist to your sales reps. So what it's gonna do is that it helps you to prioritize those lead, and with with the help of that, you may able to guide these leads to the various sales reps that made more sense. So that I'm gonna showcase how you will be able to do that as well. Second, it discovers the trend and what it could do with your sales pipeline and sales cycles as well. So I'm going to showcase one graph where you can see, like, if you invest this much money in this particular quarter, how it's going to product for the next quarter as well. And you can see what are your top performance sales reps and everything else there as well. Now, as you said, maximum time spending in selling. That was the main concern, because, sorry, generally what happened most of the time, your sales rep would be busy in collecting the data, as I said. So what it does is that it reduces that one. So the most of the time they are focused on the, sorry, they are the focus on the actual selling rather than creating datas and sheets and emails and everything else. Now I'm going to showcase how you're going to able to enable and roll out this thing. It's very simple. You have to turn out sales cloud Einstein, and you have to give permission sets to your users. uh, you can either go directly to that particular section, or there is Einstein Set Up Assistant. Then you need to enable those features which you need, and you're gonna ask like, okay, I have enabled all this, and where am I able to see these things? Are you be able to see on your record page and list views? Yeah, so let's set that up. Before you do that, I'm gonna paste one link, like if you want to try it after this session itself. This way you will be able to get a demo org with Einstein lead scoring enabled. Let me paste that link in chat. So if you really want to do, you can sign up and do it there. Perfect. I have just shared. So yeah, first, as I said, the first step would be what you have to do. Oh, this generally happens when you give the demo. So yeah, just give me 1 second. Let me log in back. So first you have to navigate to the permission sets. Okay, please don't do this to me. I guess there's some network issue. Let me just do one more thing. As you know, the all permission sets are getting assigned to a individual user. So I may directly reach out to the user and assign that permission. Okay, I'm really sorry. Let me do a trusted way of switching it to classic. I believe there's some bandwidth issue here. Oh. Thank God nobody sees that. Anyway, so yeah, what you have to make sure, like, you assign this particular permission set to the user you're trying to make it enabled for. So what you have to do is go to permission sets, click on manage assignments, and add the user which need this specific permission. That after that they would be able to see that particular thing. If you wanted to do the user way, you just navigate to that user record and go on these permission assignments, and you can edit the assignment and add the particular licenses to it, and that way it would be able to see that. I need to switch to lightning bug again so that I can see the lead scoring there. I'll take the survey later. Let me go to the setup 1 second. So as I was showing in my setup thing, like, either you can go for assisted setup. Yep. Yeah. If you're not sure the way which I show, you can always use this particular thing to add licenses as well. Like, it will do the same thing which I have showcased. But in assisted setups, you can see, like, lead scoring is not only one feature that is being there, but there are all other features that you can use. As I said, the forecasting, the automated contact. I'm going to go through briefly about these features before I jump into the lead scoring. So opportunity scoring gives nothing, but it gives you a scoring based on your past data. And there are some gotchas related to the whole scoring thing. It is very important. First is that at least there should be 1,000 leads or opportunity has to be created in last 6 months. Second, out of those 1,000 leads, at least you made sure that 120 of those leads are converted, or at least all those 20 leads are closed won or closed lost. Sorry, opportunities as well. So based on these parameters, just remember 1,000 leads and 120 should be converted in an either way, like account and contact for opportunities and account and contact for lead as well. So it will be able to do that. Now, as you might able to see in my slides, there's a segregation between emails, right? Emails and the events that you created on your calendars. So with the help of Einstein activity capture, you would be able to bring out these various email channels you have, like Outlook, Google, and right now live as well. All these various email channels you can bring in and you can set that up. Its setup is very simple. Just you click here and you select your email provider. Office 365. Yeah, I was forgetting this. So that way you would be able to bring out all the emails that are might be segregated somewhere else, right? Then the one is lead scoring. We'll be going deep in this one. Yeah, Einstein Opportunity Insights, what it does is that it will give you a better understanding of your already presented opportunity data. Similar fashion, it will give you the various accounts that you manage in your Salesforce environment. Wow, now this is very, I like this feature very much because if you have used Outlook for Salesforce, you're able to see like whenever you get a mail from a person whose email address is not present in your system, on that particular window, you will be able to get a button. By that button, you can easily add the contact in the platform, right? Now, what it does is that it takes that awesome feature and it makes it automated. Like whenever a mail comes in the system, whether it is for a person or an automated email, it always creates a contact. You can set up in that way, and that way don't have to worry about making sure that your contacts are saved or not. So this is one awesome feature. I really like this one. And one more is that Einstein forecasting. What it does is that it able to give you sales production and able to give you whether your sales pipeline is going correctly or not. Now, I'll be going deep into the lead scoring thing. I was trying to do this earlier. Let me go start with again. Now, since I already enabled this, but it's not like that. You can come back every time and make changes here very easily. So one second. Okay, I believe it's in analyzing things. That's why it's not doing. But let me showcase the opportunity scoring as well. Um, the setup would be very similar for both of them. So you just go here. You want to select whether you want to select specific opportunity or all opportunity over there. You may able to select whatever you like here. I said let's conclude all opportunity, but if you wanted that opportunity of a specific department is something that your main focus is on, you can select and create some advanced filter here. But let's select all opportunity for here now. Then this is very crucial here. As you remember, there was a one section here. Yeah, the feature selection, right? So whatever data you have stored in your system, that makes a feature for your upcoming scoring, right? So you might have stored a description about that company or that lead. You might store various demographic information like location, number of people, who is administrative, who is not. Like these information might store, right? So whatever field makes sense to your particular requirement, uh, you can store the data in the system. Now it gives you a choice whether to exclude or include a specific thing. Generally, it's recommended to add all because we store whatever field we choose for ourselves in the orgs. Generally, it made sense to our business requirement. But let's say some fields are related to a specific department and you don't want that field in your scoring thing, you may able to go and select those field here. Like I just wanted to have, let's say, order number and tracking number for some reason. I'm able to do that as well. But generally it's recommended to select this one. Then you selected your records, your fields, the whole setup is very same with lead scoring as well. And you just hit start. Now what it does that it will take around, for opportunity it will take around 48 hours, and for lead it's take 24 hours based on the data you already have system. Sometime it get finished in 2 to 1 hours itself. That doesn't consume a lot of your time over there. But yeah, generally you'd be able to see your better result in 48 hours. Don't worry, I'm not gonna wait you for 48 hours to see this in action. I have a special gift here as well. But what you can do is that you can always go back and you can make changes to your execution as well. Now, one thing I would like to add here, yes, you can add certain custom fields as well here. That way, you would be able to give better insight, because most of the time, standard field doesn't capture the enough information that we had. Yep, and like that, you need to just wait for this. As I said, it's totally dependent on the amount of data you have in the system. So it may take 24 hours to 48 hours to make it calculated. So yeah, so to reduce that, what I have is something special. This is called Salesforce EDOs. EDOs are nothing but enterprise demo orgs. It generally this is generally access to the partner portal and Salesforce partners. But yeah, you may able to. What it does is that it gives the demo of all the various features that Salesforce can offer. I can even showcase other feature as well, like Salesforce Map and as well. So if you are a Salesforce partner, you may able to request your partner account manager to give you an access to this org. That way you'd be able to see the various features in action. You don't have to set up anything. You just wanted to have a feel of Salesforce in a full-fledged manner. You're able to do that. So yeah, jumping on that, let me directly go to the leads and let me jump to recent, just in case. So as you might be asking, like, yeah, Yaqub, you have enabled everything for us. Now I wanted to see that in action and where I can see that. So what you can do is that you can create various list views, and in those list view you can incorporate your lead scoring. Like you may able to see this number, right? What it gives you the information is that what's the likelihood of this lead to be converted, and what it does is that it gives certain positive and negative impact of that. Let's say if I have a 67% one, if I go dig deep like in that, I may able to see, like I just opened that particular thing and see this particular lead has very 99% of chance of getting converted, right? So it says all the top positive things like lead score is specified, they have a specific budget, the person who is in contact with me is a VP of development, so I have a higher chance of that, and company is specified. So everything is very clear here. Now at journal, most of the folks will require a lot of digging out the data to identify, like, yeah, these are the something which kind of made a decisive factor in my lead scoring, right? But in similar fashion, we might have something with a lower lead scoring, and it gives us the reason why. Like they have the budget, they have the specific lead, they have the company, but the person who is working is administrative assistant. So in a way, I, as I can say, they might be in lower hierarchy, so that not would be the case. Like, yeah, with that particular title, you might not sure able to convert this or not. It is just a suggestion which is giving by Einstein. So what you can do is that you can always send an email, and as we know, we can add whatever template made sense to ourselves. I'll just add something random to understand here. Yeah, like that we may able to add some data and send out email directly, and that way we can have follow-up conversation. For some reason, I'm just sending out this one so I can showcase one thing. Yeah, as you see this particular thing, right? Now you have sent out this email to that person, and here you can see, you can check whether they have opened or email or not. That way you're able to do the follow-up as well. This is one standard feature of Salesforce. And you don't have to manage your inbox here, right? You just all the email which are having conversation with this, your access is directly available here, and everything you see is totally available here, right? So in that sense, it helps you to identify what are your risk factors over here, and that way you would be able to work on that, making sure that this particular lead get converted and it's bring business to your company. Now similarly, as we said, we have enabled opportunity scorings as well. In similar fashion, let me pick any random one. I might have picked earlier. Yeah. So it is giving me scores and all other various information, as well as the insight. I believe there was one question related to the scoring and insight. So the scoring will just make let you know that how much percentage of this lead have to convert to an actual business, and these insight are nothing but it gives like, let's say you have not worked on this lead for like last 20 days, and this is something with a good score. So what insight can give you, like, to have a meeting with them to move the conversation, move forward, right? So those kind of information or any suggestion, it can gives you that as well. And I'm sorry, I see another question. Yeah, you just need that permission set which I specify. I was testing out earlier, that's why I added all three, but the one which we needed is the singular one, which I have showcased. Or even you can go to the assisted setup and there also you can set up the permission set. Yeah, that way you would be able to see inside everything available. Perfect. And now you wanted to understand like how your sales target and everything is performing. So yeah, let's hope it's open. Yeah. Now this comes with whenever you get that license for sales, Sales Cloud Einstein, you'd be able to also get this particular beautiful analytic dashboard. What it helps is that, like, let's say I wanted to see how many opportunities are there in open pipeline, right? I can go ahead and select that open pipeline. I can see the Sara manager is the one who's working absolute very great in this particular area, and I can see the forecast is that if I invest this month, this much has been closed won, and I can expect it around 1.5 million as well in the closed one as well. Now, if I change the status, try to see how many of these folks have actually worked on and converting this thing. So I'm able to see like I may need to work on with these people to make sure like they work harder to get my company in better shape, right? Moreover, I can see which of these owners are working on which of the country. Like let's say your company is multinational or something like that. You may be able to drill down based on that as well, and based on the opportunity or account owner that you have in the system on which target they are considering, and you can see all your top leads over here. Now, as well as you can open your lead section, it will open another dashboard whether you would be able to see how many open leads are there within your system, how many score bucket is there. So they are total, let's say with help of this you will be able to understand there are 8 of these leads which are very low performing, and there are 23 which have very high chance of getting converted, right? Like that you can see on the dashboard, and as well on this dashboard it gives a very good insight of your overall market heat map kind of thing. Let's say this company generally works in US and Canada, so that way you're able to understand how many referrals are coming from which area, and it highlights those area as well. If I click on this, it will make sure that information related to that is only being present here. So this is one good nifty feature which is coming very out of the box. You don't have to work on this, and it gives a lot of insight to your particular sales. So that way you would be able to better have a better understanding of your overall sales performance and demographics over there. There's one more thing I would like to talk is that in this particular thing, as you see, these are the various score, and I've just showcased you. You can bar your sections of score based on your business logic. So Salesforce provide a function feature called Process Builder, and let's say if I short this particular thing based on these scores, I'm able to see like these are my low performing leads. But as a good businessman, what someone has to do is that make sure these leads jump out in like from 47 at least it turns out to be 57, 60, or maybe even get converted, right? Now what you can do is that you can use the process builder, select the lead score section, like for 0 to 60, I want my sorry, highest working sales rep to be working on this lead to make sure that these are getting converted. Then you wanted to learn like all the top one should be working with the one who can easily manage those and ease the transition. So that way you can segregate in their process builder, and that way you would be able to set expectation and send out the trigger to the particular person. Now, one misconception is that the lead score just give you insight that it would be these have a higher chance of getting converted, but in we all know in the reality it's not sure. Like even if your at last minute deal get cancels, or maybe it could be due to something as big as COVID, right? So it just give an insight. It not guarantees that your lead will be converting, but it gives you at least a satisfaction that yeah, I need to work on which particular lead to make sure my business is working very smooth. I'm churning out very great profit in that. And on that note, I would like to conclude my session, because since what I wanted to showcase is that how it is easy for someone who just have a basic administrative knowledge, they would be able to make sure that their particular company is going on the right path. And with the help of this particular feature, you would be able to do that. Now, I would like to share a few of the links. I believe this particular slide will be adding to our group website as well, so you may be able to get that. Then these are certain hubs where you can go and learn more about Einstein and Einstein Championship, what it is, and how it is being incorporated everywhere. So, any questions now? I see one more question is there. Yeah. So let me show you one thing. I send out that mail, right? Okay, it was on, might be on another lead, but yeah, if I open that particular thing, activity capture would make sure that it gives me a status back whether it is open or not. I would really love to showcase that thing. Let me see if I open the correct one or not. Oh, let me open this from my mobile phone, and oh, I might be having deliverability off. That's why I haven't received an email. But yeah, uh, and and yeah, I believe this feature is something which is standardly available. But I would suggest if you're working on your sales deals and everything, make sure you have that activity captured because it's gonna help you a lot with all these status changes and implement. And but I believe yeah, it is available without Salesforce, without Einstein as well. Any more question, guys?
Thank you so much, Yaqub, for such an awesome session. So,
Yeah.
guys, please share your questions in the chat window. And in the meanwhile, we are looking to get started with the Kahoot. So, Sagar, am I audible?
Yeah, Vishal, of course you are. Thanks, Yaqub. Thank you so much for such a lovely session. It was highly knowledgeable on the sales uh, cloud features for from Einstein. And yeah, we do have a new question from from Krishna Kumar Yadav. That is, do we have org to hands or to have a hands on this? Got it. Yep. So I think you have given the answer to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you wanted to better understanding of that, I have a trailhead module that you can follow along and make sure that I just shared the other
Fantastic.
trailhead link as well.
Okay, so meanwhile, I prepare the Kahoot guys. Feel free to put your questions in the chat window. We have the master with us on the Sales Cloud Einstein. You can give all your questions on this topic to Yaqub, and then we can go, get all of them answered. So, yep. Just give me a second. So, as always, guys, please put your email ID at the end of our session so that we will be making sure that your past result and the current result is validated and the winner will be decided based on that. I'm picking the game pin for today's session. And please do let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
Sagar, we can.
Sagar.
Okay, can you see the Kahoot screen there? Right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, guys, here is our URL for the web page for our today's session. You will find the recording available as soon as we get our hands on the recording video. Um, but here are the quiz rules. So we'll be giving 2 free Salesforce certification voucher. This is under our Impact Salesforce series, and all the points you have achieved from our past sessions as well as in this session will be summed up, and then we'll be deciding the winner. And yeah, I think that's it. This is our final session for this series. Okay. Meanwhile, I think people are still getting into the system. Okay, guys, we'll be starting in next 2 minutes. I know it's a Saturday night, and you guys have been there for past sessions, and our awesome speaker for today as well. And I apologize for that, but I think you have been such a lovely audience supporting us in our this initiative. So it was really nice to be with you guys throughout our series, and looking forward to be in the next upcoming sessions and series as well. So we can get started now. Guys, please join. If anyone has any issues, I think you can put it into the chat window, and there we start. So this is the episode 5 on our series on Einstein. The first question is, what's the answer to life, the universe, or everything? Oh my God, that's a very deep question. And I guess Einstein might have the answer for that. Salesforce, 42, Einstein, or it is food. Okay. Okay, so a lot of people, for, for
So
a lot of people, it is food actually.
absolutely. Actually, it's if you have watched the movie called Hitchhiker Guide to Galaxy, they have spent like 1.5 million years to train a model, and after that, it just said yes, 42 is the answer of everything. So it was just a take on the this whole AI mumbo jumbo at that time. So I just thought of adding this question.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and okay, we'll be skipping for this question, guys. So we can pass this one. Okay, so I hope everyone is paying attention. The next question is, which permission set is required for user to access the Sales Cloud Einstein? Is it the Sales Cloud? It is the Custom Service Cloud? It is the Sales Cloud Einstein, or it is the Service Cloud Einstein? Okay, so the right answer, and many know that it's Sales Cloud Einstein. Let's see the results. Okay, so we have Ishwar leading, getting the first question answered, and then we have the first and the second rightly answered, and then we have the Jagdeep, Ankit, Naresh, and Ketan. Let's go for the next one. So the next question is, which Einstein feature enables you to keep track of the emails and events automatically? So I didn't even read the complete question, and people have started to give the answer. So that's how, how people are excited and they know the answer. Okay, so many know, and the right answer is Einstein activity capture. Let's go for the results. So okay, Ishwar is leading, followed by Ankit, Naresh, Jagdeep, and Ketan. Okay, so what is the number of the leads needed to be created in the last 6 months to enable lead scoring? Okay, so the right answer for this is 1000. Okay, so just a question to Yaqub on this. Yaqub, if I was not managing my leads in Salesforce um, before 1 month, right? I was using some other tool, maybe Siebel, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some other system, right? Or maybe I was just you having it in Excel sheets, right? So what if I just inserted them in 1 week, one
Yeah.
month?
So
So
that way, yeah, sorry. Please go ahead.
yeah. So my question is, it's more of a related, defined by the created date, or it is more of a defined by the data, to overall data we have,
Yeah.
the historical data.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand. And I believe someone had already answered the something I'm going to say. We can set up some on like whenever we created this lead on our previous system, we can set up the created date, and that way it would be able to give us small insight like how it was being handled before the data is being handled. Because what it does with this 6 month delay is that it try to understand the whole business process that been happening from past 6 months. Let's say you're on some previous system where you are creating those leads, right? But
Right.
that time they might be having created date or some other information that been captured,
Hmm.
so you can borrow those field back in the Salesforce again, and you can still do your insights as well.
Correct. So somehow, if there is no classification, right? Managing the date, created date, it has to be there. So we have to define certain criteria
Yeah,
when and making sure that it is updated inside Salesforce so that it is giving us the right predictions, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, okay, got it. So the next question is, okay, so here we have the answers. Oh, sorry, the result. We have Ishwar followed by Ankit, Naresh, and Jagdeep, and then we have Krishna Kumar Yadav. So let's go for the next question. Out of created leads is past 6 months, what's the number of converted leads?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the right answer is 120.
So what we mean by is there like at least 120 of those record have should have a status change of, let's say, close one, close lost, or it should be converted.
Okay, so here we have the results. Ishwar followed by Ankit. Then we have Naresh. Then we have Jagdeep, and we have the Piyush. Okay, let's go for the next question. What's the refresh interval of lead scores? Is it 21 days? Is it 127 hours? Is it 10 hours or is it 10 days? Okay, so the right answer is 10 days for this. And we have Ishwar still leading, followed by Ankit, Naresh, Piyush, and Jagdeep. So let's go for the last question. And this is the last question for our series as well. Can custom fields play a role in deciding lead scoring? The answer is yes, no, but yes, but with expectation for formula fields.
It should be
Custom.
exceptions. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry
you
about
sorry, sorry, my bad. It's a slip of tongue. Yeah, it's okay. Custom fields doesn't play the role in that. Okay, so the right answer is yes, we can have it. And let's see the results. Okay, so we have Naresh on the third. Then we have Ankit on the second, and then we have the winner. Any guesses, guys? It's Ishwar. Congratulations to all of you. And guys, Piyush and Jagdeep, please guys put your email IDs into the chat window so that when we're making our final calculation, we take your names from previous sessions, and then when we'll make a decision, we should have your email IDs with us as well. Okay, so session coming to an end. Guys, thank you so much for being us for our entire series, and a big thank you to Yaqub for sharing so deep knowledge about the Sales Cloud Einstein and how we can actually take it into our systems day-to-day basis and leverage it.
And we have one important announcement as well. From next week, we are going to start a new series which would be on Einstein Analytics. So we would like to request you, everyone, to join in the series as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for your time, and have a great long weekend ahead.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Yaqub. Thank you so much.